welcome back to the channel. This is a very important update. We cannot waste any more time because this quite literally is your last chance to buy, especially if you're looking for an entry now. And for those of you that bought at the start of the year, you've pretty much locked in 100x. Why? All price needs to do now is hit 22 cents or 21 cent and you've achieved that 100x. And how much does price need to go up from here? It only needs to go up 974%. Now, for those of you that are buying right now, you're probably wondering, well, what about me? Will I still achieve my 100x? I'm going to reveal all. I'm going to tell you the target that needs to be hit in order for you to achieve that 100x target. But largely speaking, 100x is the dream for most. Now, I'll be honest with you, not everybody that's locked in from the start of the year will actually achieve 100x. Most people, unfortunately, are going to lose money this cycle. Why? Because they don't know when to sell. And we'll touch on that in this video. But let's just put it this way. Let's assume we see almost a parabolic breakout of XCN over the next few weeks. So let's say it doesn't take a long time to achieve this. Let's just round it off and call it a 10x target, right? A 10x target. Now, it should be quite obvious to many that we should see quite aggressive selling pressure at this area, not only because there's a new all-time high achieved, but also because many people that are locked in from the start of the year are not going to want to repeat the same mistakes they made at the start of the year, right? Where price went up, 17x and price sold off, right? So some will learn from this and they will sell at this area. Also, those people that are buying now, right? So for example, if you're buying right this second and you achieve a 10x, well, some of you may say, you know what, I'm happy with my profit. I'm also going to take some profits off the table. And also, if you're buying from that buy signal that I gave out at the lows a few weeks ago, well, guess what? You've made a 25x. So why wouldn't you want to take profit at that area? So this is a significant area of resistance, right? So no matter what happens, this will be an area where we can expect some kind of resistance, right? Some kind of selling pressure, right? So I all want you to write down this number 0.2145667, right? This is an area where we reach resistance no matter what. Now, some of you may be thinking, yeah, but what about $1? What about 30 cents? What about 50 cents? Now, I'm not saying those targets cannot be hit. In fact, after this video, I'm going to post an update about that $1 target. But remember, the market doesn't go in a straight line. So just like we're seeing a sell-off at this area, right? We saw a massive sell-off at the start of the year, and then we should see the upside move now. Well, we're going to see the same thing again. We're going to see price sell-off, find an area of support, and then slowly start to make its way to the upside. And that's why I'm giving you all this target right now. Now, this is what I will say. Here's the reality. XCN currently is going to become a widely adopted coin, at least for the next few weeks / months. A lot of people are going to be piling on, again, looking for what they deem as a very simple and easy opportunity. Now, what have you noticed from my update so far? The people that bought at the start of the year, they make 100x. The people that bought from this area here, the most recent low, they make a 25x. And the people that are buying now, they make a 10x, right? Which means anybody that's waiting for XCN to go back above all-time high to take action, well, guess what? They're now looking at a 300% gain to this target, right? So a lot of the latecomers are unfortunately going to be the people that not only reduce their overall percentage gains if they wish to cash out in this area, but they also run the risk of being severely dumped on. And like I said, this doesn't mean that the project's dead and to disappear, will never bounce back. I mean, many people thought that about XCN, over the past few years, and all of a sudden this year it breaks out. It's now starting to move, right? So it doesn't mean that the project is dead. It just means there's an opportunity that not many people can afford to miss within this small period of time. Now, here's the scary part about all this. this target area is not necessarily guaranteed by the next market peak. And this is why so many of you are actually, joining my free Telegram group below, because I'm keeping you guys up to date on the macro. So if you're not yet part of my free Telegram group, click the link in my description and make sure you join right this second. I actually have a video in there that shows you how to make 100,000 in 1 month and 16 days, step by step, starting with $1,000. So make sure you join the free Telegram group. Link is in my description. But you also get updates on the macro market, so what's happening overall. And it's also another reason why people are also joining our Crypto Crew Premium channel, because not a lot of people like the feeling of being dumped on. Many people enjoy making money, but they don't enjoy losing money. So therefore, if you don't know when to cash out, when to take profit, you run the risk of being dumped on, right? And it's not a nice feeling, especially when you've made a substantial amount of profit. Imagine making 100x or a 25x or a 10x, but then you lose it all because you didn't cash out. So the scary part about all of this is we could meet areas of resistance before this target is hit. And this is what nobody talks about in the XCN community. Everybody talks about, $1, $2, $3, but they don't talk about the journey towards that target. They don't talk about how long that could take, right? So for example, if I tell you guys that $10 could be hit, right? And let's just say, assume that's a very realistic, and I show you all the analysis, etc., but I don't tell you when that will happen, well, then it doesn't actually help you, because if you buy right now, waiting for a $10 price target, you could be waiting 5 years from now. You could be waiting 10 years from now. You could be waiting 20 years from now. Now, some of you may say, well, actually, I don't mind waiting 5-10 years, but actually, it's not that smart, because there's something called opportunity cost. If you make 25x, 100x, or 10x buying around this area here, well, if you cash out, you can easily 10x, 20x that in another project and then move back into XCN once it's hit a bottom again, just like we did, right? So, and again, these are some of the stuff we're doing in our Crypto Crew Premium channel. Link is in the description, guys. But honestly speaking, this is the moment of truth. This is an important, price for XCN, because ultimately, once we do move above our yearly highs, once we do start to go into price discovery mode and make our way towards all-time highs, a lot of decisions are going to be made. Many people are going to be selling. Many people are going to be moving out the project. Some people will decide to hold. But ultimately, you don't want to be left holding the bag. You don't want to see all your profits wiped away. So you must come up with a game plan now. But the entry right now, as I said before, I gave you free buy calls at these lows. I'm probably one of the only YouTubers that are actually telling you what's going to happen before it happens. I'm not watching price explode and then telling you XCN's gone to the moon. No, I'm telling you in advance. XCN's about to go to the moon. This is what I'm doing. This is how I'm positioning. Join my free Telegram group. I'm going to walk you through the macro, talk to you about when the market could potentially crash. I told everyone that the overall market, the stock market, everything would go parabolic last week, 30 minutes before it happened. And again, that's available. You can all see that live in my free Telegram group, link in my description. So if you're tired of being wrecked, if you're tired of following YouTubers that are just updating you on news, if you're tired of losing money, you know what to do. Like, comment, and subscribe. Join my free Telegram group. And if you want 100x projects, if you want to know when I'm selling, join my Crypto Crew Premium channel now. Until the next update, guys, seize the day. And remember, nothing that you've seen in this video is financial advice. Always make sure to do your own independent research. And until the next update, guys, seize the day.